you got me going crazy. Just you is so amazing. How long can you go, baby? At last to my.
What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. So, welcome to episode 2 of We Need to Talk podcast. So, on today's episode, we have my good girlfriend Jessica. Y'all make some noise for Jessica. um, so yeah, well, I'm really excited for episode 2 because I know as y'all seen episode 1, it was really good. So yeah, imagine what this episode's gonna be like. Okay. Um, the name of the episode today is friendship breakups. So we got my girl Jessica on the show with us because like I want to get her point of view and y'all point of view of like friendship breakups and like just different perspectives of it. So Jessica, introduce yourself, girl.
Okay, well, my name is Jessica, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I met Nay at work. We both work at Macy's in the Galleria. And yeah, we just been kind of cool for about like a year, some change now. Um, my view on friendship breakups, they're actually very, very hard and they're very, very challenging. I feel like some people really don't talk about how devastating like friendship breakups can actually be. Like I feel like that can kind of almost hurt more than like a breakup with a nigga sometimes. Like you fucking like start developing trust issues and having trauma responses from a very bad friendship breakup.
Right, I just agree with that. Because I done had a few bad friendship breakups, and it felt like a fucking relationship. Like I just broke up with my boyfriend or something. Like I'm actually in tears about the situation. You know, like I'd be like, wow, like we're no longer, you know, we're no longer.
So what be like your deal breaker when it comes down to like us not being cool? Like for you, like what would be something that you would like actually lose a friend over?
Well, it's like different things. Like I'm big on the principle of things.
Yeah, me too.
Like it don't even like I said, the principle of the situation. Like why did you move like that? Or like for example, like I'm very big on like communicating, especially like how you feel. So like if you're not so open and honest about like how you feel about me, and then like later on it's like I'm hearing all this backlash of how you feeling, it's like.
But can like sometimes with that, sorry to cut you off, but like I mean like with that, do you sometimes feel like do you leave space for people to tell you how you feel? Because like I know like there's sometimes like we can be so stuck on the principle or how somebody should have came at us, but like do we even give people the opportunity and the space to come at us the way we feel like is, you know what I mean?
That's a really good question. Well, just being transparent right now. For the most part, I do try to make sure all my friendships that they feel like that they can come to me about anything because I feel like I am pretty vocal about how I feel about things. So like, I want us to build that relationship and establish that relationship with each other. Like, come tell me if something's wrong.
Yeah.
Not even just something wrong, but you know, if I'm not doing something that you know you think I should be doing, correct me.
Right.
You know? And I think it's okay to be corrected out of love, you know. Now, if you're just being spiteful, you know, I know you're being spiteful, but for the most part, yeah, just correct me, you know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I feel like, you know, if there's a conflict in our friendship, why leave me? Or like why say fuck me? Like why does it have to be all this drama become like come behind it? Like why can't we just talk it out? I'm the same way as well. Of course.
Is there not any situations where like you got tired of that though? Like just like let's say if like you feel like you're like the communicator like of the problem things or like you've just always been the one to be expressive. Like, can that not be a little like frustrating?
Yeah, like we're like just be frustrating just being the bigger person all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, hell yeah, like I think But like you also with that, I had to also like take in consideration that like my friendship is valuable as well. And if that person cares about the relationship as much as I do, they're gonna want to work things out as well. So I kind of like stop with the just always being the mediator, always trying to figure out what's going on, always like no, like I'm gonna express to you how I feel. Like one thing about me. Like I've never been the type to just been shy about expressing myself to my friends because I take very much so like I'm very passionate about my friendships. I treat them like family. That's what I'm trying to say. So just like when I do when I do try to be the bigger person. And that's for real. There's only a limited time that I'm gonna be able to do that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna keep giving you that opportunity because my friendship is valuable too. So I think it's like knowing like your boundaries and when you like ready to set them. Right. Hopefully I'm making sense.
No, you're definitely making sense.
Okay.
So Jessica, what is your definition of a bad friend?
Honestly, like my definition of a bad friend is just someone who just don't show up. Like don't show up for themselves, don't show up for me, like meaning like for like, for occasions that are important to me, showing up for me emotionally, showing up for me mentally. I know like you not I understand a friend can't be all those things, but like you don't show up for anything, like or even try to explain, like because I think even now, not to drift off in a tangent, but I guess in the space of being in our mid 20s or entering our mid 20s, we're going through that shift. That, okay, we're not in high school no more. We're not in our early 20s no more. We're not reckless and crazy. We're actually trying to like build a life now. So those are three different transitions that we're all going through. So I think is now. I think the biggest thing is just like, okay, at least make a little bit of time for your friendship that you said that you cared about. So that means showing up. So and in that space, you show up. So like if I need you, if I'm calling you, if I barely call you and I call you, or if there's times that you're free and you think about me that you want to go for a walk or go out to eat, those times you need to show up. If we schedule the date, show up. And if you can't, you need to explain to me why, and then also reschedule. You get what I'm saying? I guess like it might sound like strict, but I just feel like in the space where in a city, we live in Houston, so like in a city within itself, you can get swallowed by your own life, career, relationships, everything like that. So it's just like so the times that we do make plans, bitch, show up, like because we need the time. So we take time. I'm sorry, going on a tangent again, but we take time so much for granted, and we don't get these times back where we are single technically, because like eventually in 10 years from now we're gonna be married with kids and all that. You get what I'm saying? So to answer you, to go back to your initial question, like what make a bad friend is a person who just not trying to show up, and you see that, you know what I mean, and even how they show up for themselves.
And that's very true. And I just want to piggyback off of that because, like, I want to ask you something. Like, in times where, like, you going through within yourself, like, do you feel like it's hard for you to be a good friend? Or, like, be there for your friends in general?
For me, because I am a recovering people pleaser, no, but I could understand in the space for a person who's not, how that they can be a bad friend, will portray to be a bad friend. Because I have a friend now that we're kind of going through it with, just like understanding, okay, when she goes through things, she isolates. When I go through things, me being the youngest, I cling. You know what I mean? I want community. I cling for that. You know what I mean? And some people are avoidant, and they don't do that. They isolate. Like my sister, she's older than me. She isolates. Like the friend that I'm talking about, she's the oldest of her siblings, so she isolates. You know what I mean? So I think I think, like I said before, is more about giving grace. So I wouldn't necessarily like they cannot show up for me at that time And for me, and then, but if it's explained, like, hey, I'm going through something, like, you know what I mean, like,
Right.
you know what I mean, and even if they don't explain, you have to also love them enough. Just okay, I'm gonna give them time.
Can I be
You know what I
honest
mean?
here? I used to take it so personal, like not even. Yeah, I used to take it so personal that like even if my friends are going through, it, like even if I'm going through, because I'm the type of person. If I'm going through something, I don't want to rub off my back and it's journey. I'm gonna communicate. Look, I can't talk right now. I'm just
Right.
not in this space of like communicating and being, so open to just like,
Yeah.
So, with that being said, like, what is ways that you can like give the audience like, a way to like communicate better or just like, be a better friend to like their people? Like, what is?
Like when they're going through
Yeah,
something, how to communicate.
yeah,
I think like the best way you can do is just like if they ask you what's wrong, just tell the truth. I mean, like
yeah.
there's nothing. Even if you feel like they won't understand, just tell them the truth. So even if they don't understand, you can go off of person who's going through it. You can go off if you want to like figure out your friendship. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like figure out what you want to do with your friendship, and then also there's opportunity for communication there. That like y'all can probably heal and go to the next level if you just tell the truth. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if that person doesn't understand you, that you're going through anything, are they really your friend? I feel like, and I feel like we say, oh, we don't want to burden our friends with our problems. Well, they got their own life too, but like, we all have our own lives.
Right.
You know what I mean? My life is still gonna be my life whenever we hang up the phone, bitch. But it's like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Like it just always amazes me when people say that. Like, yes, I'm not saying trauma dump, and I'm not saying that you call me with your bullshit with Johnny every day.
Right.
But what I'm saying is just like you can lean on me because that's what I'm your friend.
Right.
Like, so this 2 hours out of my day to hear you cry about whatever the fuck is going on is not gonna kill me, because at the end of the day when we hang up,
Right.
I still have my life.
Right.
If God say the same, like I still have my life, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. I just think the best way you can do is just like tell people the truth, like, and then as a friend, as a listening ear for the other side. Okay, I love you. I understand. It's cool.
Right.
And like just to figure out, I'm working on that myself, because like my friend too, she always tell me I'm good. There's nothing wrong. I'm good. Like we good. Just cause like it's nothing. But our friendship is not the same.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Okay, so I want to speak on something like just something I had dealt with personally, and please you can correct me if I was wrong on how I moved about the situation. But I had a friendship to where we was really close friends, but I felt as if I became only a counselor to her. If you get what I mean?
yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, it did start emotionally draining me because I just felt like um, you only call me when you have problems. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, it's like you're dumping your problems on me, and I'm making them my problems, and it started draining me in the midst of it. So I felt like I had to let the friendship go eventually. Um, does that make me a bad friend for that?
No. Cause I mean, like, it depends. Like, okay, well, like, was that like literally the only thing she ever called you about?
Yeah, it started being there. Like we were playing hangouts. You have to check the schedule, make time for hangouts. Like it's like
But when it came down to your
when it came to your
problems,
problems,
oh, Nay, where you at? Can we come link up?
yes,
Yeah.
I need to.
I've been one of those too, and I didn't like that. Like I feel like
And
it's one
hurt
of
my
those things.
feelings.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the trauma dumping. Like that's like the dumping of your problems on me because you think no. Like that's how I feel about, like, yeah, like, I will help my friends throughout their nigga problems and whatever the case may be, but like don't only fuck with me when y'all on the outs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause I'm not. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that it makes you a bad friend. I just think that that's just not the friend for you. I feel like you figuring out who you want in your circle doesn't make you a bad person. You just
Yeah, and I'm gonna
maneuvering
be
throughout your
honest, like
life.
it's a little scary because right now I'm 23,
Mm,
and I feel like from the age since I was younger, I've always had a lot of friends,
right.
and it was like as I like started growing. Actually, when I
Excuse me.
moved, like I said, I moved away,
Yeah.
and as I moved away from my hometown, it's like I started realizing people for who they are. I got into this isolation mode, and when I got into isolation, it seems like I started seeing everything and everybody around me for real. And I have never been put in that position because back home, every day I had to play. Every day I was around somebody. From the time I wake up, somebody's in my face. Like from the
But
time I lay down, you know. But no,
but
go ahead.
but no, I'm just saying like, but like with that, do you remember all the problems you used to have?
Um,
Like like imagine all the mess that you was probably into, so, like just
yes,
dry
yes,
mess.
yes.
Like all the like,
It
I'm
was
not gonna say problems, but just like mess. Like
yes,
it was
like
always somebody coming at you about coming to you about something.
yes,
Some
yes,
bitch either always saying something
yes,
or they did this. I didn't do nothing. Like having all them
yes,
bitches around don't like I don't know. I
yes.
ain't never had
It was
friends, child. So
it was
listen,
no. I'm gonna be honest. Like it was exhausting trying to be everything to everybody.
it is.
And I had to realize that, like, I'm gonna say I was a people pleaser too,
Yeah,
because I was always
definitely. I'm a
that.
people
I was
pleaser.
that friend who like your problems is my problems.
Yeah, I'm
Like
riding with
I'm
you.
riding with you, but it
Yeah,
seemed like when it came to my problems, it's like oh they small or oh she got it, you
you
know,
know, I
like
quickly learned that when I got older. Like I learned that like no matter what,
mm,
your problem is your problems, and my best friend taught me that.
really,
Yeah, but like me, I love my best friend. Like that is my girl, but she was the first person that taught me like no matter what type of plans that we might have or what we said, she gonna look out for her in the
right,
best way possible.
right.
You know what I mean?
Choosing yourself,
Choosing but there's nothing wrong with that. You know
right,
what I mean?
right, of
But now
course,
I have to learn. I have to choose me now. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And she taught me that it hurt my feelings bad too. But I had to also understand. Okay, my best friend has a life
right.
outside of me. So no matter what plans that we might have had before falling in love, before anything like that, whatever plans we might have had, you gonna choose yourself.
Right.
You know what I
And
mean?
I expect you to.
And you know what I'm saying? And like and that's okay.
Right.
So like and I think that's what we all like have to learn how to do when it comes to like, having friends. Like we when with people that we love, like okay, yeah, like we are friends, but
Right.
you're gonna choose you, and I need to learn how to choose me. And it's not saying that like you're using me, and you're not what you used to be. Da 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 da.
Right.
It's the fact that like I'm changing, and I feel like that's something like you've experienced with your friends, like you experience okay like a change,
Right.
and that you're okay. These are not the people that
I once
I
knew.
once knew. So like what, and you choose to choose yourself, and they're gonna choose them as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Can we talk about the fact that choosing yourself, you lose a lot of people in the mix? Like,
Yeah, I think I've learned that at a young age, bitch. Me moving around, like, look, if you, well, in Houston, if you moved around a lot, if you didn't go to school with the people that you was in kindergarten with up into high school, you really didn't have a group, it's like a circle of friends like that. Like, I had, I moved around so much in Houston, it was hard for me to keep friends. You know what I mean? And also my family was poor, so I didn't have no like electronics until I was like a sophomore. I had like an iPhone until I was a sophomore in high school. So it was one of those things where it was just like okay, like I didn't have any friends, so I realized very quick how fake bitches was. You know what I mean? Very quickly, I dealt with that mean girl shit in like fourth grade. middle school about bitches talking behind my back, and then also I was a cheerleader in high school. So, you know what I'm saying? Like dealing with the catty bitches shit, or like, you us being friends and y'all we not being friends and us being friends, and then we good, like girl, all that catty ass shit. I've dealt with that so much, and I've realized that okay, like these bitches not for real.
Right.
And I didn't get an actual group of friends for real until I graduated high school. So and that's just and that's like so with focusing on myself and actually not caring about who is my friend or not, I actually gained real friends focusing on myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you'll gain so much by like not giving a fuck about what everybody else gotta think.
And that is where I'm currently at in life. Like
Yeah.
I had to understand too, like the image of people and the image of things, I just need to let that go.
Yeah.
Like I was always having what is the word? Um what is the word? I was always having expectations.
Yeah, in the you have the halo effect.
Yes.
Over your
And
people.
I had so many expectations for people that when they let me down, I was so hurt because I'm like, I was expecting me out of people.
Right.
And I think that hurt me a lot in my friendships because they're not me and I'm not them.
Yeah.
Also, too, I used to expect people to
Same.
understand and know certain things. I'd be like, you should know this,
Yeah, like why? Like how dare you act like this? I would never do you like that. That used to be me.
And I was so bad with this. I'm like, I would never do you like that. I would never say that to you. And I had to take a step back and just realize,
right, nobody is me.
Nobody is me, and
yeah,
I had to learn how to remove jealous friends. Like
that.
Like, I had to because sometimes it's not even about how you look or what you got, or sometimes people be jealous of the way people love you, the way people support you,
the way people receive you.
Yes, your energy,
but your
how people,
and literally you're in like people will be mad about how people will fuck with you. Like I've had people that I have not done anything to just dry not want to fuck with me.
Don't want to. Yes.
And but like that's okay though. Like that's because my thing is I felt your energy before you even stopped wanting to fuck with me. I've been thinking about not fucking with you too. So you honestly did me a favor, baby. Like the fuck ain't it was never that. Yeah, it was never that. Yeah.
I have a question. Like, how did you ever deal with the jealous friend? Like, how did you like remove yourself from the situation?
I honestly never dealt with. Well, for me, I've never dealt with a jealous friend that I just knew that was jealous of me, like wholeheartedly. Like, I never really dealt with that. Mind you, like growing up, I I lived all over Houston, so it was like, but I was, like okay, for instance, like I was in the hood, I was bougie, but in the middle class, I was poor. So it was like it was nobody that I was necessarily looking up to, or nobody was looking up to me in no type of way. Like on the cheer team, like I was the biggest girl on my cheer team, so nobody was really jealous of me for nothing. Like there was really nothing to be really jealous about. But I mean, you do never know. I never like. That's what I'm saying. Like wholeheartedly, like I've dealt. I don't know. I've never really experienced that. I know characteristics, like, and I know when I see one, when I can see like when when a bitch like every time you got something good going on, they gotta find something negative to say about it. And that's a girl that didn't want to fuck with me no more. Anytime like my birthday dinner, she just had such a sour face. My table was full of people that love me, but she just had such a she talked about everything, talked about the menu, talked about this, talked about that. Girl, she was so nasty. Girl, like and like, but like but she talked about all her friends.
Okay.
She was a very miserable person, and I didn't realize it until we stopped being friends.
That's a question. A person who sits around and like basically badmouth all their friends, like, is that like? Well, I'm gonna just say this from experience. Like, how do you feel that like, yeah, a person who sits around like badmouth all their friends, like, do you like watch what you say to them and like, how do you just handle that type of person? What's your perspective on that?
Oh, I don't hang around people like that. I just don't. Like,
Have
it's
you ever encountered
yeah.
somebody like
That was one of them. I think that was my first, and like because I noticed how bad she did at radios. I thought I was exempt because I didn't do nothing to her, but no, boom, she started talking to me.
wow.
Like, you know what I
Oh
mean?
my god.
Like,
I have
you
had
know what
that
I mean?
same, yes.
You know what I mean? I didn't do
You
nothing.
feel like you're
And
exempt from the,
yeah, but no, bitch, she's
yes.
talking to me about you too. Like, it's okay. But like, but
yes.
like a thing about, I've always been the person that okay, you can talk all this shit about me, but nobody ever say shit to me. So it's been like that in high school. It's been like that all the time. There's some girls I've had like little catty arguments with in high school that I probably don't even fucking remember. But regardless, it's just like it was one of those things where like it's nothing that like you can't say that you did this and that, because even when I even asked her why you want to stop fucking with me, she just said I'm just done. I'm not finna deal with your bullshit no more. But couldn't tell me what my bullshit was.
Yeah.
Girl, so I don't know.
God doing you a favor.
Girl, letting me go, and I never cared since, bitch.
She said what she said. And that's on that. But anyway,
stop. Okay.
With that being said, so just to wrap up this episode, y'all.
Fuck these fake ass bitches and these fake ass niggas.
Well, y'all heard what Jessica said. But to wrap up this episode, y'all, give us your feedback on like what y'all feel about what we spoke on. And like comment what you think about like, friendship breakups and like fake friends, things like that. The focus of this episode was to just basically to encourage y'all to like don't worry about what other people think about you. Don't worry about what other people say about you. You just really have to live life and figure out yourself. And whatever friends you want and you desire, you do not have to beg for them. You do not have to try to be a people pleaser for them. Like God would align people in your life for you and that purpose that you desire.
Yeah, and now and just to piggyback off of what you were just saying really quick, like I feel like a lot of people get so caught up on, I've known this person this long, I've known this person that long, I've known this long, we've done this, we've done that. People literally are in your life for seasons and reasons, and it's like you can hate them and resent them for not being in the season that you want them to be in, or you can respectfully let them go and bury them in the season that they're supposed to be in. You know what I mean? Like, cause I can easily, for instance, with our friendship, you know what I mean? It's we've only known each other for a very short amount of time, right? So, but I'm not saying that it's just for a season, right? But I do feel like it was for a reason, and we can, and like regardless of where our life goes 10 years from now, we might be close as shit. We might be in two different states, but I wouldn't just say fuck you and just not care about the season that we did meet each other. You know what I mean? It's a blessing, and you know what I mean. So it's like no matter. I don't want to be a fake ass bitch 10 years from now just because we're not how we are now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I feel like you don't have to hate these people that you outgrown. You just have to naturally just understand, okay, like that was them and this is now. And you're that way and I'm this way. You know? And that's how that's how you get respect from people, and you learn how to respect others when you know that the power of surrender, that everybody has their own life, everybody has their own story, everybody has their own struggle, and that's where your story departs, like yeah,
I'm not mad at you, but I'm good at you. You know what I'm saying? Like
nothing more, nothing less.
No bad blood, like
you can have bad blood with me, but bad blood ain't no bad blood over here. It's not mutual, bitch. You're pressed.
Really good at that.
Yes, well, you press like them sheets, bitch. Like other than that, like bitch, ain't nobody pressed about you. Girl, I swear. That's been a great episode.
And subscribe and comment and let us know how y'all feel. But let's but yeah, this is my good girl Jessica, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Bye, y'all.
But you got me going crazy. Just you is so amazing. How long can you go, baby? At last to my